Welcome to RidgeLife. We are here today at KlosePits. Our good friend Carla from Living a Rogue Life invited us here, and this is Dave, pit extraordinaire. Man, he is a barbecue champion, world champion, and he makes some of the most amazing pits. You're going to see today Orange County chopper pit, a Navy torpedo pit. There's some amazing things you've done, and I appreciate Carla for bringing us down here today. Let's go inside and check some of these things out.
Longest in the world, 40-foot trains, Orange County choppers, airplanes, like metal art too.
So that's an airplane.
That is the prettiest pit.
That is amazing.
That is a 1 in 10 scale of some wide
That's what I was
body.
going to ask how big it was.
Yeah, it's 200 foot because planes are 210 foot. And it's on a 40-foot stainless trailer.
Wow.
It has 300-gallon water tanks. Yes. So I've been feeding the troops for 18 years. So we go out there and there's 2 bird colonels sitting by the sign. And they said, "Oh, Continental Airlines sponsor you?" No, I sponsor Continental Airlines. I said, "Do you know how many people in the world can say that?" What?
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. Man, world's largest transportable smoke.
Yeah. Now check this out. 38 feet to the top of that stack.
Wow.
I tried to talk the men into crawling up there and spinning around with red spray cans for 3 days. None of them would do it, so I did. I'm in a 50-mile-an-hour wind up there.
Whoa.
And about to die. Took me 3 days. I'm solid red. I come down. The customer walks in. He says, "How come you just laid a stack down?" What?
I was going to ask you, did it actually collapse down? Because
It
you wouldn't be able to
yeah.
make clearance, right?
Yeah, of course not. But, you know, I'm not necessarily the smartest cookie in the truck.
But you got it done.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
It's a more interesting story.
Wow.
Yeah, these oil rigs came out really nice.
Man.
We just did those for a guy.
Look at those.
Yeah, those are sharp, man. We're building one now that I'm dying. I got a $3,500 Ferrari paint. That's what I paid for it. And we're just waiting for this rain to stop to hit this. It's going to get all this chrome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's stainless and chrome. And the guy called me on a Monday about 3 weeks ago, and he says, he's in San Francisco. "I'm going to buy a trail pit." Okay. He called back the next day. He said, "I'm going to get a trail pit." I went, Called back an hour later. He said, "Can I pay in advance?" Wait a minute. What do you want on it? He said, "Well, everything." I went, "Did Jesus send you?" And it started out at $15,000. It's up at $45,000.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I mean, this thing is going to shine.
Wow.
Now, you remember the fires in California?
Mm-hmm.
$3 million homes, neighborhood completely gone. The pit needed tires.
That's all it
Yeah,
is.
That's all I did.
Yeah.
The whole neighborhood is gone, but the pit survived.
Oh,
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You ever
Yep.
what time I get here?
Hey. Here we go. How you doing? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
I was worried.
You been smoking?
I smoke all day.
Are you barbecuing?
No, I'm
That's not the kind of smoking she was talking about. She's smoking hot.
When we pulled up and
Yeah.
we smelled that, we like, we know we're close. We smelled it.
Yeah, I like
got
that
one
pit.
lit.
I got one lit. I like
That's
it
awesome.
burned.
Awesome.
I grew up in the country, 30 feet off the ground, sleeping on a tree limb. I am where I belong.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
$1 million a year
Well, has
to
David
park.
shown you guys anything yet?
No, we went through all the
Just-
signs and everything. He was saying, he's saving the other stuff to use. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's do the
let's
office.
Go. Let's go.
You know, we could tune it.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
She took me up there and we fished
check
with
it out.
Marciano.
Yeah.
He's the same.
That is awesome.
He is the same
That's the
guy.
same guy. Yeah.
Yeah, here's what we did. They were November. I'm up there about 90 yards down by the boats. I'm up on the deal smoking a cigar outside. Dave, the airline pilot with the Ego, who's that? Probably wants my autograph. I'm like 20 times more famous than him. I wanted to yell, "No, I'm here to fish with the real fisherman, Dave Marciano," but deaf ears, you know. And you know, and then with Dave, he's the same. And what happened was he wound up being a demigod in Croatia, and they demanded him and his family's presence. So
Wow.
Tom Beers, that owns the Discovery Channel, had to send them to Croatia because he was just under Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And I said, "What about that?" He said, "Dave, I'll ride it till it bucks me, but ultimately, I'm just a fisherman." Yeah, he's really got his feet on. Of course, he's lost 3 boats out from under him.
Man.
Well, let's
Man.
give you the little 10-cent tour.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. This is awesome.
So David is
Awesome.
I don't think I told you, he's a world champion barbecue cook.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I had a repeat customer come in here 20 years, and he says, "You got one of almost everything in the world." I went, "What do you mean almost?" He said, "You ain't got what I want." I said, "Hit me, princess. I want them out of pure wood." Wow, got them in stock. Smallest in the world.
Check
Working
it out.
Model. Working model. Guinness World
That
Records.
is funny.
He said, "Yeah, but that doesn't cook." I said, "Wow, wrong twice in 30 seconds.
Look
I'm
at-
doing a hog."
That's awesome. Oh,
So
well,
with this one, you actually,
that's the smallest, and that's the wooden one.
feel
That's
how
crazy.
heavy it is.
I know.
Wow, man.
It's solid, but yeah,
Those,
you put
those
one.
take
Check
longer
that
to
out.
make than the big
Oh, I
ones.
bet. Yeah,
Because they
it's
don't
the-
make grinders this long.
Oh no, you're having
Oh,
to
yeah,
use a
so
Dremel
one-
or something, you know.
Well, you're paying a guy $25 an hour to sit there
What are
with
you
a
cooking
file, and you
Being
know
a
he's going
sausage,
to
you're a
ride
little
that one.
smoky.
Mm-mm. That's crazy.
Here's the paint job, that Ferrari special effects that I'm going to do on that mobile. You talk about pop.
Man,
It's a lot of layers in Imron clear coats
I
and
bet.
metallics, and that is a beautiful.
That's
I looked
beautiful.
20 years for that paint. I kept buying burgundies and Torpedo Ford
Does that
reds.
have some weird wild name
yeah,
for the color?
Yeah, yeah.
Number,
Well,
good number.
Yeah, well,
323.
that's awesome.
Ferrari, you can't buy it this year, ever. It's just for the people who own Ferraris. You cannot buy the can of that paint. They won't sell it. Next year, maybe.
Those are my ribbons, and
They protect
most of
things.
them, David doesn't display his.
Oh,
Remember,
hey.
this turned 114 years old this year.
Oh wow.
This is the
Is that for
predecessor.
barbecuing, baby?
Baby back ribs.
Oh, baby. Oh, he stole. She stole.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. You know how you go by your old houses if you can from way back?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We were riding by and this guy had this thing crushed 80 years and he was about to kick it in the fire, but I saw the white rubbing tires, so I said, "That's got to be some." So I gave him $20 for it. We spent a couple of months on spare time straightening it out, put some bike parts on it. My brother's got like a 400 IQ. He goes, "Where'd you get the 1906 London perambulator?" Well, how would you know about that? He said, "It's right there on the hubcaps." I'm like, "Oh, shit."
Wow.
I met a 106-year-old guy from London. He said they used to be velvet lined with a cream soda dispenser.
And next to that, we've got the
I had
mailbox.
it
Mailbox.
I had it lit 30 years ago.
Mailbox.
And on the
That's for
road,
mail call.
Darwin, the public gave me a little call, so you
Man.
can't find it. So maybe that fire spread to your shop. You hear what I'm saying, boy?
Mm-mm-mm.
You
Yeah,
could use
they-
one of these as a prop.
They run things.
Do your mail call, just put everything
Yeah.
in
Oh
there, sit
yeah.
down,
Yeah.
just
yeah.
pop it open.
Man.
I don't respond well to authority.
Pull out a
at
package
all.
and pull
I
out
have
some
a real
brisket,
serious
you know?
Sure, why
problem. And I'll show you why in a few
And
minutes.
then
58 million.
Oh, guys, look at this.
Isn't that a beauty?
Man.
We had it at the boat show last year, and the oil men are always in suits in 100-degree heat. And I said, "You guys want a beer? Well, you got beer." I went, "Well, that's a pit." "Oh, is it?" I had it iced down with Jack Daniels.
Oh, look at the
and beer.
exhaust.
yeah, it all
Oh.
matches.
Oh, it does. That
The
is
good news
so
is if
cool.
you unbolt the sidecar, you get 100 miles an hour.
It does pull to the
But it doesn't taste as good.
Yeah, but this
Or smell as good.
This I question.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh yeah, you drop
So
it.
it
You
was
lay that
original-
over your
Ouch.
hamburger without the cheese.
So it was
Ouch.
originally built for a restaurant in Las Vegas called Rubs. And then when Rubs closed down, they called us and they said, they called David and said, "You want to buy this back?" And David said, "No, the bike was originally consigned with the sidecar, $168,000.
Whoa.
So we said no. And they kept turning it down, and he's like, "No, Dave, he's uber rich." And he's like, "I don't really want any, I'm not asking that much for it." Well, he dropped the price so low that I told Dave, "You don't buy it, I will."
Yeah.
So I did. I bought the bike, and after David started having to tell people his girlfriend owned it,
Yeah, that was.
she paid me for it.
I tried to cough up the cash. I couldn't. No, that's Carla's
Yeah.
bike, really.
Mm-mm.
Like the boats. We had them 4 boats. Well, 38 pound was so gorgeous that they would pull us over every time. It was a beautiful boat.
See?
So yeah,
Just
the,
to
Just
look at.
to look
the
at it.
seat
Yeah,
says
Coast
Rub,
Guard.
best butt in
And
town.
then Carla's
And
on the front with her
the
drink.
rims, it also
And they go,
has
"Well,
the word Rub
Yeah.
who's
on
the
the
owner?"
on the rims.
She
as well.
is. Well, who's the captain? She is. She's
Love
the
that.
captain.
Those
and the
flames
owner.
are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the
But
bike
she
is
sold it
clean, it's
because it's
almost
filled with
3D.
Ah, you
And
wait.
And if you look right here,
Let me tell you something.
they actually ghosted the word
68 miles an
rub
hour.
Oh, check it out.
into the paint.
Yeah, I see that.
No rooster tail.
Smooth
I must have
Three
watched this thing 3 times
inches
before I
of
Before you
found it.
notice that,
That's a
yeah, I
racing
see
car.
rub right here, everybody,
Most
right here.
gorgeous boat. I was just getting ready to put one of those retractable bars.
We took it out to the boat show and I iced all the beer and whiskey inside.
We do a
So,
180.
the ribs can go 160 miles an hour.
106 mile an hour ribs.
That boat
See,
was solid.
I've had 130 mile an hour Bs, and these would be 160 mile an hour ribs.
There you
yeah.
go.
Did you see my B video where I did that?
I did.
It's crazy.
You are crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy
And you're
dealing
the-
with. I'm
and you're
allergic to bees.
And you're the
so-
same one.
Oh, so there's a double big tire. So you got a big fat one there and a fat one here. Look at that. Mine's 240 on my bike. That's got to be at least 300.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Wow.
I've got all the specs on it. I think the next thing would be the
Just invented this.
telephone.
This is cool. Yeah, how you can raise and lower.
Yeah.
Well,
on
not
the
only
crank.
that, wait a
Just-
minute, you put a burner on it, you got boiling, deep frying,
So it's a multi
rotisserie,
Oh.
grill, boot warmer, fireplace. Yeah, I studied
I
that
like
for
the boot warmer. That's
20 years.
I love this.
I studied that.
incinerator. If your
Love the
husband
Texas.
acts up.
Ice it down and make
Yeah,
it a
cremation. Yeah.
Now this one here, this was in the war in Sarajevo, what, 35 years ago?
Telephone.
Bulletproof glass for snipers.
No way.
I have a question. What evil bastard would take a shot at you when you're ordering a pizza? You gotta do that and cheat a car, steal your girl, take your ice cube tray. What kind of sick bastard takes your ice cube tray? It costs a nickel. That's just wrong.
Wow. Wow. Check that is crazy.
I had a lady come
Yeah, that
in
is
here
not.
a couple of years ago. She smells the
Sticks
money.
right there.
And she, obviously, she could buy whatever the
That's
hell
fine,
she
that's
wanted in the world.
And then the firebox is
And
down
I
here
said,
on the
"You know,
bottom.
if you'll excuse
And then
me,
the stack is on the top.
You seem a little flush.
You can adjust it.
What do you do for a living? She's a housekeeper.
Awesome.
Tigerfish torpedo.
Oh,
Yeah,
man. That's what you're
tiger
talking.
fish. Well, here's the deal, guys. The commander of the PAO.
Everything's
of the Navy
covered in dirt.
is 30-year SEALs and Mercs rescuing war-torn children.
The
wounded
first door
children,
on the end is a 3-inch insulated firebox.
Okay.
The next two doors have stainless steel meat racks inside for cooking. And then this third little door has a motor that turns the props.
For rotate. Oh, yeah.
Charge, 5 years old,
Yep,
torpedo.
awesome.
Some bitch retired.
Look at this.
But we didn't permanently attach the props
Uh-huh.
simply because they fit my boat.
Just in case, right? Just in case.
Never know, those props are
guided
cheap.
nuclear missile. If you have a drawing of that, it's 40 years. Yeah, it's like seeing the props
That
on the
is so
nuclear
cool.
side. You're going. I guarantee you you're going. Forever. Yeah. They're real. I do a lot of military.
What do you got, a spare back there just in case?
No, one on camera and then one finished for time lapse.
Oh,
We were
man.
doing
You're
a
also.
TV
Yeah, for
show.
Discovery Channel.
Smart.
We had one in production and one that was finished.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, the funny
Now we
thing
have
was,
two.
is the guys were coming out in the white space suits, you know, out of the paint booth, and a guy backed up with a 60-foot haul saw with 3 Desert Storm trucks on it. Cold call. He was getting the backyard catalog. What upset the men? They go, well, are we building torpedoes for the Navy? I'm like, no, why? And they said, that ain't real. He went, it's got a firing pin. He went, my bad.
Funny.
Man.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to have fun.
And then we had Bling Bling.
Oh.
Bling Bling is probably one of the world's most photographed
Yeah.
smokers.
Man.
It's
So it's not
24
just the
karat.
smell and the food you're cooking. It's the.
Oh, no,
it's
no.
the.
She's has a solar panel that mounts on top. In here we've got the batteries and
You got
inverter.
You got full ComSat downlink, stagger phased array, cycle redundancy, solar powered. It's got beta, CD, DVD, DVR, TiVo, and barbecue girls going wild. The sinks and mags are 24 karat gold.
24 karat gold.
Ferrari paint job, refrigeration with patent leather bar stools.
Oh, check it out.
Is that not cool?
Yeah.
Infrared grill, which we had in titanium from NASA too. The hottest grill in the world is a Tech, which is 1650. This one's 2200. But it's an incandescent white that looks ice cold.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is it's sine wave activity on infrared, okay? So what I'll do is I'll take a couple drops of olive oil and just flick it. It'll never hit it. It makes a nuclear explosion up here.
Before it ever gets there.
Vaporize. So it's 2-inch steak, 6 seconds.
Talk about searing a steak perfectly.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
And he always
But
keeps
it also
the
kills.
little
If you go, is
sink
that
is
hot?
hooked directly-
You lost it.
Yeah, you don't want to do
It's
that.
gone.
Yep, that's not
We have to
what you
rope it
Oh,
off
you gotta
20
hear that
feet.
part.
Huh?
You gotta hear that part.
What?
Tell him
I think
again.
David always skips the part that the little sink is hooked directly to Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
So you turn the faucet, whiskey comes out.
And then the you got Jack and Coke.
Jack
and
and
then the Gentleman Jack. Well, you get them boxes that are got the plastic in them and stick them under there and just hose
Yeah.
them up. But the problem is at Jack Daniels and at Memphis, I parked it up against the fence. Well, those guys are carrying cups like this. We were out next morning.
Oh.
They just reached over.
Reaching
the fence.
over and.
And those little South African girls, I seen one of them drink 3 fifths of whiskey, and she wanted to go skydiving.
She probably already
Good
was.
idea, get out. I mean, my God. I thought I could, we're number 6 in the world in drinking.
6?
Yeah. Ireland's only number 3.
Oh, wow. Man. Obviously, you can tell you love what you do.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
hey, check this out. 25 years old.
No, it's brand new.
Yeah. Is it?
No, you can tell it's, oh, wow.
Yeah. If you build it out of the right steel, we use an A80 case hardened steel. Bruce started a company, his father did actually 50 years ago, squaring up irregular plate and sell it for new. Now they're $9 billion a year.
You guys
I
will
saw
have to
that
keep
with my
us in
own
mind When
eyes.
you're ready to upgrade from that Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma Joe is not quite a close pit grill. No.
Well, Joe's parents own Roll Like Charcoal.
Offset, though.
No.
The reason I even started following all the homestead channels was I always, so when I retire, I want to get 5 acres or so, 3 to 5 acres,
Disappear.
and just, be off grid, or off grid would be great, but half off, half on's okay too. But I want something manageable because as you get older, I don't want to look at 17, 60 acres or something trying to manage that. But I want room to grow my vegetables. Well, David laughed. He had sent me out for eggs, and I came back with
16 chicks.
16 chickens.
Oh, yeah. Chicken math.
I saw
Oh,
that
yeah.
coming.
14
No,
weeks
I
later,
started
they're
at
flying
16.
around
Yeah, we
the
started
office.
at 16.
Now
They were
she's
flying
got-
around the
And we
office.
lived around
They
the
were
corner.
here.
We lived down the street here in an HOA neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Not supposed to have them at all?
They didn't,
Yeah.
yeah.
They don't know. My neighbors are okay so far.
We greased them all.
I
Just give them eggs.
I have a garden. I do give them eggs. I have a garden in the backyard that takes up half of the backyard. But with 4 dogs, it's hard to take it all up.
Yeah, they need some space,
Yeah. And then so I ran out of room in the backyard, so I just recently moved to the front yard. And so that's how I got involved in watching the channels. Was starting to figure out how to grow in containers better, and that's when I came across Jess at Roots and Refuge.
Yep.
And then from there,
Good you,
not
yeah.
sure where I stumbled up on you.
Yeah,
On
probably
one of the
live
chat rooms,
somewhere
I
or
think,
something.
When,
Yeah, yep.
when they
Yep.
were one of the live feeds,
Yep.
But
I took this trailer and converted it to my office for at the dock.
Dave and Carla's Tiki Bar. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Wow.
And this actually is hinged, so this whole top slides out. So when you put your bar stool here, you're not hitting your legs.
Oh, check it out.
This
Yeah.
gives you that extra few inches.
Yeah.
And it's got the wood carved out table with our deal catching a marlin with the boat. The chairs, the big
So when
palapa chairs.
we would back the boat into the slip, and I could sit here and do paperwork and make margaritas while the guys were cleaning the boat.
Well, what happens
But since
is
I'm
the
not doing that
captains-
anymore, the next thing that I'm doing, so my little brother and his wife renewed their vows at the Texas Renaissance Festival, and I don't have a camper, so I threw a mattress in here, turned it into my little
Oh,
overnight
check.
camper.
Yeah.
But
Look
now,
at
since
that.
I don't go camping all that much, the next thing's
Cool.
going to be, I'm turning this into my YouTube studio.
Awesome.
So I'm-
That's awesome.
I'm buying
That's
lights
that's
and everything.
oh, yeah.
doing.
Oh, yeah. You have great. That'd be great
That's
for
cool.
it. Because you'll have sound. The sound will be, contained. And Carla, Dave, I sure appreciate, letting us go in and checking out all this stuff. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, I'm
It was
so glad
wonderful.
you
Oh,
came.
man. We
made it.
She's such a smooth.
we dodged the rain all the way down. Carla said this last night and this morning, if y'all just need to bypass Houston, go ahead and do it. But
It was bad.
no, we needed to come down here. We needed to see this. This story is Dave has given us, man. Those are some
Yeah.
great stories.
supposed to be fun.
I didn't know half the things, you know, you were saying about the history of some of these things, and the baby carriage pit. I think that's one of my favorite. I think that's, of course, the bulletproof telephone booth. That's one of a kind, like you said.
If I ever hit the lottery, I want to do a real Spanish galleon, and all the 16 pound cannon all be smokers.
Oh, that'd be cool when you watch the smoke going out.
Yeah.
Pirate barbecue.
Take it out 100 miles offshore, three-masted sailing ship. Awesome.
That is so awesome. So I appreciate, again, the awesome. We're on head on down the road to KBL, Texas. I'm sorry we didn't get to go to your house.
No, that's
see
fine.
your garden and everything, but this was awesome, and we sure appreciate it.
Catch you on the next tour.
Absolutely, we're going to do another one for sure. We've learned so many things from this one, especially what type of rain suits to get, right, Starla?
Yeah.
So,
Is it called a car?
oh, that's actually. Don't you, Starla, take a car instead of a motorcycle?
No.
You like the motorcycle?
I do like the motorcycle.
Awesome, that's cool.
road
Oh,
time.
man, yeah, she's a trooper. That's for sure. She's on a sport bike. I'm on a semi-cruiser. So, well, until next time, guys. I sure appreciate everybody for joining along. Make sure you comment. I'll put the links to KlosePits on here, and also the link to Living a Rogue Life. Make sure you go check them out. There's some really cool things on both channels, or on both businesses, both channels. So there you go. Until next time, everyone have a blessed day, and go RidgeLife. Go RidgeLife.
We need green beans.
Man, thank you so much. Oh, get out of there. We're sweaty and stinky.
I don't care.
Close your pits.